playing pranks on you by like killing you on your Minecraft world. Maybe you made like a good world in creative mode, like a nice base and everything, and then your friends decide to come on and kill you. You know what I mean? Well, do I have the greatest thing ever for you? It is this amazing design I've made. It doesn't fully work, but it does. Like, it does, but it's not the greatest thing. But I've made an attempt. I even built a house what your friends might have like lived in before they pranked you. Maybe you're just on like a 2-player creative single player like survival game where you go and creative build something and play it in survival. Like this is a house I've made. It's got its own gaming setup. This is meant to be the keyboard, this is the mouse. I can't use invisible item frames because I'm on PlayStation Edition. That doesn't have it, I guess, because, you know, in case you didn't need to neglect us enough. We have the PC things or speakers, whatever you want to call it. This is meant to be the mouse. It's actually a hollow desk. We got 2 beds. It's got the same type of design. It's going to be like similar designs on both sides. Down here we have a nice enchanting area. We have some anvils and grindstones. We have a nice TV, whatever, with this. This is actually barrels, but backwards. I had to use pistons to push them. I have extra pistons, which I use to make nice flower pot stands. I have a nice lava thing at the back. All these different types of furnaces and all that. These are more barrels you can store things in. More barrels over here. The floor here is actually made of lava and glass mixed up. I was going to add lava here, but then I decided I'd just make it like a nice sky view. And I actually ended up making it 2 blocks of glass, because I decided that the roof looked kind of weird. Alright, but say like you're being chased by your evil friends that are trying to grief you. So first, I just want you to rate the house. What do you think of it? It took me like 5, maybe 10 minutes to build. It was like a very dainty little like cottage with a little base area here and a little jumping point, and that'll be part of the like trick in order to get back at your friends. I am missing like 2 or 3 extra details. This is only like the Mark 1 edition of the like maze base, which is what I like to call it. So the way you'll do it is there'll be a muzzet. So say like your friends are chasing after you, and you run and you go over to this door and it opens for you. You run through it, and then you open that, like that with your hand, and you jump over the door, and then you run and crouch, and your friends will think that you've jumped off there. They'll land far away in the water, like the middle of the water, and then you say, hi friends, hi, you're losers, and you jump into the structure void zone down here. And water can't go into structure voids, no blocks can. You can't build blocks in a structure void. And one of the other great things is this whole maze. If I actually give myself /give at s structure _ void, this whole area, except from where the torches are, of course, are all structure voids. So no one can place any blocks to stop people from being attacked. No one can do anything here pretty much. They just have to fall and run. And what I do is I run throughout the whole maze. I go around multiple corridors, multiple turns, and they keep trying to go and hit me, and I keep trying to dodge them. And you just keep running around in circles until you get to this corner. And you notice there's a button. So you press the button and it opens up a little piston door. And then what you do is you pull on this lever, and after a few seconds that'll activate. Then you get ready to step back into the water. There's more structure voids here, so the water can't flow out of there. Press the lever and it'll pull you up, and the lever what you just switched before you go up there deactivates the soul sand machine. So then your friends have to figure out how to do it. And if you're very lucky, your friends will switch the switch, realize that the soul sand hasn't immediately moved, and they'll be like, wait a minute, this isn't working anymore. And they'll keep trying to do it and it won't do anything. Now I'm not entirely sure if this still functions because did not fully test it before doing this video, so I might have to expose my secret if it don't work. But basically for this, you just put down the lever, you switch it on, yeah? And then guess what's going on at the bottom of this thing? So I've actually built this whole secure thing underneath. It's like a mob farm, you know, like mob grinders? It's like that, but it's full of wither skeleton spawn eggs and mob spawners. And basically when you flick that lever, it's meant to, it didn't, but it's meant to, yeah, it did open up this, but clearly all these wither skeletons just hate me because they don't want to fall down yet. So basically for your friends, they'll come in. Yeah, they'll come in after like a few wither skeletons have fell. It'll take a few at least to fall down. It's like 4 or something. Your friends might find it after like 4 or 5 of them are spawned in. They'll run in and all they'll see are hundreds of wither skeletons about to murder them. And what they may not know is if you run in here and the wither skeletons have already fell down because maybe you forgot to undo the switch, you press that button and you can run back in and hide. And then you can like run around the maze and then like hide in this corner. Your friends will probably run right past you, try and go in, and they'll go into the secret thing and then they'll get attacked by all the wither skeletons. What your friends might not notice is if you first go through this button and you stand right here, you're safe. Wither skeletons can't touch you here because it's only 2 blocks, so they won't be able to reach you. So then they might be able to kill all the wither skeletons after a while. They'll have to tear through all of them, but they should eventually be able to get them all dead. But the hilarious thing is when you first open up that thing, it doesn't stop. When you open it up, it's just opened up a basically like a valve for a storage tube of continuously falling wither skeletons. The one problem is though, is that the wither skeletons sometimes stop other wither skeletons from getting in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease the spawn amount a bit by getting rid of, say like this spawner. I don't think these spawners here are going to be helpful in any way, because they're not being anywhere near moved by that water, whereas the water is moving all the other bits along, especially this one. This just immediately pushes them along with the water, and if we get lucky and they go in like this spot when they spawn in, you should just pretty much get pushed right down to next to where the block is, and then they might just walk down and fall in. I know this is meant to have trap doors next to it, which is meant to like make them be stupid and fall for the trick, but I think these things are either slightly wider than a block, so they struggle to fall down it. Like, I don't think these things can go beside trap doors and a wall, because I feel like they might be a bit too wide. Either that, or maybe it was just a weird alternating design I did with the trap doors. I don't know, you know, I'll try it again. Because I feel like that could also slightly decrease the spawn amount. And I know that seems shocking that I would want to decrease the spawn amount of a mob spawner, but I do, because I feel like with too many of these wither skeletons, we're just going to have them everywhere and then we're going to be all compiling in the way of each other. And you know, that just seems, yeah, see, like, look at how many there are. There's like 10. You might not be able to see them because the game, like, broadcaster is normally a bit darker than the actual game itself. It's also much more dark mentally, like much more scary, because it's got my face on it, unlike in the game. Also, I can't believe this, but I want to thank the person who made whatever skin pack this is, because it's the only one which I'm pretty sure I can either get for free or it's like moderately cheap. It's only like 2 quid or something, or 3 quid worth of mine coins to buy. So I just ended up buying the mine coins and immediately spending them on that. But it is one of the coolest skin packs ever, because it actually has one of the skins on there is actually my name. It isn't my full name, of course, because I doubt they probably even know I exist. But I'm glad that for once somebody's taking notice to the name James, as it's not very often. You know, like if you ever go to like a shop that sells cards, like birthday cards and all that, and normally on the little standees you have like mugs and like was it like coasters, like drink coasters with like personalized names on. Yeah, well, every time I go to like one of those shops and I check the names, every name is there but the name James. And sometimes you'd even see the word James had its own shelf, like had its own like little rack for the word James. But they're either always taken, maybe the name is just so popular that so many people have it as well, or maybe it's just the fact that, I don't know, maybe they just stocked up on every other name except from James, because it's been like every shop. And some of them, they don't even have the name James. Whoa, that was trickery. Yeah, and if I flick this lever again, and then I go back down there, which I actually did make an emergency move down spot here, which actually is just like 3 blocks above the spawner, so I can just suddenly drop down into the spawner if I need to. But that's only when I'm in creative mode, just, you know, repairs and all that. So look though, these guys are barely ever falling down. Yeah, now they only seem to want to fall into the middle block. I think it's probably perhaps due to the fact that these guys are a bit thicker than a block, or around a block wide, so they can't really fit between trapdoors, which is weird because players are around a block wide and they can easily fit between trapdoors, despite the fact that their arm does kind of phase through it. You know what, I'm still going to have some trapdoors on there, but they're going to be a lot less used. So I'm going to add like, say like 1 here. But then again though, that's not going to work either. Can mobs get past structure voids? Okay, they can, good. Because I was planning on actually having it so I could just have like oak trapdoors above, so they could just fall in, but that clearly is not working because I don't think it's wide enough. Because normally if you build a mob grinder, the middle water bin is 2 blocks. Also, I hope you guys are enjoying all my like shorts I'm doing. I've done like 20 shorts almost now, and good God, I'm already almost crying. But either that's because of me being happy, or it's because I bad heavily every sleep. See what I mean? That's what happens when I don't have that much sleep. I don't even be able to say that sentence. But like my most popular one now, I'm pretty sure, is most viewed YouTube short. But yeah, I don't know why, but YouTube doesn't like ordering it correctly. It's like the top one apparently is 2.3 thousand, but actually the top one is really is 4,800 views. I don't know why, but YouTube I guess thinks that 2,000 is more than 4,000. And 44 is more than 53. That's a YouTube. I don't need that YouTube short. I'm just going to delete that. For now on, I will be deleting all YouTube shorts in which I look high in the thumbnail. I no longer have any YouTube shorts other than the ones I've recently done. Yeah, that I look high in, so bye. That I look dumbfounded in that one. It's like, where is it? This audio where it says, I bet this video can get the same number of likes and comments. Guess what? It had 1 like from me and 1 comment from me. So, and well, I was about to say I basically got what I wanted, but not in the way I wanted. But now it's got 2 comments and still not an equal amount of likes. This one has got 0 likes and 0 comments, so I guess I win. But that sucks, because now I'm missing out. Also, still, I feel sad because I still do not have anyone telling me their favourite food. I want someone to do that. Can someone please go onto the channel, go to the shorts, and just type in on that video their favourite food. Whatever it is. No matter what it is, I will not hate you because of it. Why would I hate anyone over their favourite food choice anyway? Unless it is coleslaw, in which case I would have to say that we can't be friends. Because I don't know if coleslaw even really counts as a food. I'm only being honest. I'm only being honest. I think like most of the world who doesn't like coleslaw agrees with me. It's basically like eating. It's like eating that thing. Remember that trend what came up ages ago, like 2015, 2014 time, like the oobleck. I don't think anyone really even knows what oobleck is anymore. I'll tell you what it is though. It's like this weird liquid where if you put your hand in it like this, if you put your hand in like a tub of it, your hand just moves into it and it just moves like liquid. But if you try and smash on it, it acts like rubber and your hand just bounces back like boom. But if you carefully move it in, it acts like liquid. It's very cool. Basically, like, depending on if you're using high amounts of force on it, it'll be like solid. But if you go very gentle with it, it will act like liquid. But YOLO, I really do like how come I added this thing. It's very cool. I was gonna add a one more singular entrance to for like rapid entry to my little walkway. But at the same time, I have really no place to put it anymore, because any place on this straight line is just going to lead straight down into the mob pit. It's just going to be unfortunate for me. I just realized something. If I do get some structure voids like this, /give add a structure, just go, and no, I can't grab this from the creative menu because it's like one of those admin blocks. Another one of the admin blocks where you can get are things like, I'm pretty sure there's another one called aloe or whatever. It sounds like wood. It basically is wood, but the crazy thing is when you break it, like when you if you try and blow it up with like TNT, it doesn't break. Like it's immortal to TNT, I'm pretty sure. But I think you can break it with your hands, which is even more confusing. There are a lot more simple blocks like /give add s command blocks, which are simple, but they aren't simple at all. They are actually confusing. But they're not, but they are. You know what I mean? Like, they're simple to like understand depending on who you are and how much you played this game for. If you played this game for quite a while, you'll probably understand how to use them, or at least what they are. And if you don't, I'll tell you now. It's basically like, you know, like when you type in a command, it takes ages to keep typing it in every time you want to do something. So like, if you wanted to teleport yourself to a specific spot, but you just have to like type in the command and then you teleport there, and you have to type in a different command and teleport the way back, and you have to keep typing in all the coordinates all the time. Let's say like you got like a base, like a house, a base type thing, and you got a mine, and you want to be able to teleport from the house to the mine and from the mine back to the house. What you can do is you can put a command block in your house and a command block in the mine, and basically just type in the mine one, all your commands to your house, just where your house is, and do like /teleport at P, which I'm pretty sure is like the nearest player, and Mozart. I think you can actually do at S, because I think it activates whoever activates the command block. And you do that, and then you do it again for the mine, and you do one for the house, and then you push like the button or like a switch, you pull like the lever or push the button on it, and it'll teleport you there. And then that's how you get there. And you can keep doing it back and forth, and you don't have to type in the command for now. You just type it in once. But probably one of the more confusing but cool blocks is the structure block. And you may not know how this one works, but it is confusing, but it is a very fun thing to play around with. So let's say I find a very nice pillager outpost, yeah? You know, like I find a pillager outpost while I'm in creative mode, and I want that pillager outpost like somewhere near my base. I don't want to have the pillagers there though, but I just want like the building there because it'll look good. You know what I mean? Or say like you want to get a specific village house or something like that. Let's say like, I don't know, let's say there's like a wall here. But you guys didn't know this about deep slate. Depending on which way you place it, which angle you're placing it at, it will look different. It'll actually go sideways. But yeah, the Mozart. So that there's this wall here, and you want, say like you find like a Minecraft mountain or like a hill, a small hill on Minecraft, and it's got a smiley face on it. You know what I mean? Like this. Oh yeah, like that. And like this. And you want this. So what you can do, you can place a structure block like here. And you see this? So you can set the, was it like, the Y to like 6 blocks tall, or 16 blocks I guess. Yeah, so you can go with 8, and then the Z could be like 6. Look at that, silly. So say like 8. And then set the size to like 2 for Z. Pretty sure if I keep the offset as -1. And then I type in the name like Smiley. And then I click save. Yeah. Then I can destroy Smiley. I can kill Smiley. Yeah, like just entirely delete Smiley from where I've just built him. And then like say if I did that because I wanted a Smiley in a different spot. All you have to do, go to said different spot, go to load, and then type in the name Smiley, the same one which you gave to that thing. And then it will load in the same Smiley. But the crazy thing is that's only the start. Say you found like this dead big cave underground and you wanted to explore it better, but you can't easily see because it's too dark on the ground. You don't want to have to make night vision potions, you don't want to have to use night vision, and you wish you could have it like near like higher up on the map. Or hell, let's say if you're like an anarchist and you hate everything and you hate beautiful sight. All you have to do is just go underground to like something about like Y50 or Y49 I guess. Oh no, that's Y51. The block is at Y50. Okay. So then you could set the offset as like -5. And then you can set the size to like 64, or hey, maybe even like 120 if we can. Hey, we can go even bigger than 120. We can go to like 150, I'm pretty sure. We can change the size to like 10. Change the other size to like 10. And then we can call it like tower. And then we click save, and we can get rid of that block. And I feel like some of you will probably already know where this is going, but some of you might not. So basically, just think about what happened when I entirely saved Smiley and then respawned it, basically. So where's my base again? I have to find my base. My base is over there. I don't want this obstructing the beautiful view of my base, so I'm going to go a bit away from it. Now I'm regretting not building my base here. This looks like a lot more of an open space. But then again, I wouldn't have had that little hole with the water in. And then I go to here, and then I go to load, and I go to structure name, and I call it tower, and then I click load. After a short few seconds of the game trying to generate it in, get rid of this block. And now I've built the entire tower in one whole go. Sadly, the one unfortunate thing is you can't save it and then build it in a different world, which is kind of sad. Because I was hoping I could just like get like a nice house from like my friend's base, like from my friend's world, copy it with a structure block, then go into my Minecraft world and spawn it in. But I think they did that because then you could have went on to you could have went on like a modded world maybe, like one where it's like a it's a resource pack, like a hack, like a tool hack thing, like one so you can get like overpowered tools or like proper powerful enchants on it. Definitely not being that specific on purpose. And you wanted to copy those items and try and see if you could bring them into the game. Like in a normal Minecraft world, the game would just be like, sorry, we may not be that smart, but we're not going to be dumb enough to let you rip off someone by just getting their build and placing it in your game. Which I can understand, but I just want the hacked tools. That's the only thing I want. I shouldn't have to buy a resource pack just so I can get some, like swords or like sharpness 20 on it. PC players can get that done pretty much by just having in one command, but no, PlayStation players, no, we have to pay for it. I think PC's got enough advantages already. The only disadvantages PC has to worry about are things like, you know, not being able to push chests with pistons. They can't push like chests and furnaces with pistons, whereas in PlayStation Edition we easily can, and stuff like that. So I guess that's one advantage we have. That and being able to bone meal sugarcane. At least apparently we can bone meal sugarcane. I'm not exactly sure if that's true, but now I'm going to be very gullible and I'm just going to automatically want to test it now. That, get some bone meal. Yeah, apparently we can feed bone meal to sugarcane and make it grow better. Sadly, it has a limit of 3 blocks tall, but it does work. Is there a way for me to like move a Minecraft world made in PlayStation Edition onto a Minecraft world made on like PC Edition? Because if so, couldn't you just make your survival world be on a PlayStation, bone meal all of your sugarcane, as much as you can, and then just go off of that, put it back into PC again, and then see if the sugarcane is actually fully grown. Because if so, then you've got a perfect way to make it. But yeah, I hope you guys do like that. Do you like my build? Do you think it is good? Do you think it is cool? Do you like it? I think it's really cool. Because it took me quite a while to build. I'll be honest, for the maze, I didn't really put that much effort in. In fact, I'll show you how big the actual whole maze is. It's gonna shock you how little effort I put into this. You know what? Just ignore my hair. Ignore my hair. I don't want anyone talking about my hair. I know it sucks. I've got to get my hair cut soon, but right now I've not had it cut yet, so I've got to wait a bit longer. So say like, oh look, there's a dead end. Oh look, here's a dead end. Oh look, here's another dead end. You go to the opposite side. Oh look, you go around here. And it goes to here, and it goes to here. And you follow the whole way down, and of course, the one longest spot, which someone will easily probably find, is the one and only way out. This is a dead end. This is back here. All of these are all like just fake hallways. That's obviously a dead end. Almost all of these are dead ends, except in this one corner one here. But yeah, all these others are just fake dead ends. So I'm going to show you guys basically how to run through the whole thing pristinely. With it taking like at most a minute for you to do. And I actually went like full on, all in with the detail, even though I didn't need to because you wouldn't have even seen it. Like under here, this is all done. I didn't just like go to like a bit under the water till you can't see anymore and then give up. No, I did the whole framework. Even under here, it's like latched underground and like stuck on, almost like it's grabbing onto everything. Under here, it goes all the way down, even though you probably won't even focus on seeing that if you're chasing a player. I didn't actually put that much effort into the house because it's just meant to be like a distraction, like, oh, he's running towards his base, we can steal all his loot and kill him with his own loot. But no, you can't, because guess what? Guess what I'm about to do? Inside of this, actually it'll just be one chest. I'm just gonna have one chest, and guess what's gonna be in the chest? Where are they? It's gonna be a load of beetroots. You know what? Actually, I'm just gonna annoy people even more by building this. You might not be able to read that, but it's meant to say yum. Actually, you know what? There's a way I can annoy people even more. I made the numbers 69 and 420 out of beetroots in Minecraft. And that's pretty much everything gone off my bucket list. That's gonna be it. That's everything I've done. Then over on the opposite end of the house, to make it actually seem like it's gonna have some good loot, I'm gonna put a chest, another chest, and this time it'll be a double chest. And the main reason I got all this here Because it's just going to be a distraction. They might actually just fall for it. Even though it'll just be a distraction. So that's what it is, a distraction. Might not be able to see it, but this wall, that door was pretty badly damaged. Okay, anyway, so yeah, I hope you guys do like those shorts. But anyway, let's keep going. So it'll look like there's going to be a load of loot in here, but guess what? Made out of possibly the worst food ever. Even worse, maybe, than Spider-Man. Well, not Spider-Man. Well, yeah, Spider-Man is technically a food in the game, but you shouldn't eat it because it won't really heal that much. Even worse than beetroot. You know what I'm going to put in it. It's going to be... Where is it? Where is it? Raw food. Puffer fish. And guess what this one's gonna be? Let me try it like this. L. I'll just try it like this then. L. YOLO. If I'm lucky, they might first focus on the loot in here. So they'll come in and they'll be like, oh, loot. And they'll be like, long, like, oh, look, another chest. Oh. And even if they don't fall for that, I'll still be doing this anyway. So if they do fall for it, then I can activate that and then move around and hide. And my internet's running slow, so this is probably going to end in a minute. So it just gave me a notification saying it's running very slow. Okay, so then I'd come down here, hide, wait for them to jump over there. They'd probably land in the water. And then I'd jump into here, and fall the whole way down, land in here. And you want to take a right, a left, a right. I think it's a left again. I know. It's a right. I've already gone and lost myself there. Okay, so you go to the right, then you go to the second left, to the right again, and then skip all the others, and then the last right at the end. Look up, press the switch, run past, activate the switch, wait for this to pop up, and then disable it. Swim up as fast as you can, hold X, push the left stick while sprinting up. So then you can swim, hold X to surface, and be swimming upwards at the same time. This will probably make you lose hunger, but you won't lose it that fast. you should have a bit of extra time. And as long as you don't get goddamn immediately murdered by like 5 zombies that all decided to spawn in this one same spot, you should be okay. Plus, I doubt you'd be fit from, having players chase you the whole time, unless you already had something like a sword. What do you think you're doing in here, mate? What do you think you're doing? Glad I was about to say it. There better not be any baby zombies in there. And then I said, nah, okay, I'm glad because there's no one there. No, it's not I'm glad because that means I don't have to murder a baby zombie. Well, but now there's a problem. Because now I've said the words murder a baby zombie. And I'm holding a sword in my hands. I will now continuously play the game until I can find myself a baby zombie. So now it's a hard mode. Actually, now I live next to a village, so I feel like all those villagers are just going to die immediately from zombies kicking down the door. So I'll turn it to normal. I don't think zombies can break down doors now. But I should just have quite a bit of an increased mob spawn. I'm pretty sure for one time in the PlayStation edition there was actually a thing where you could enable fly mode even if you're in survival. But the dead funny thing was is if you turned off the fly while you was in the air, or if you like tapped X, which is to like turn it off while you're in the air, and double tapped it, you'd fall and you'd break both your legs and die on your way down. There's only one problem I have with the rubber skeleton thing for right now, and that is the fact that there's sadly no way to turn it off. Meaning that if I'm like nearby my base while I'm like just trying to play the game, and I'm near there, these rubber skeletons will just be spawning in, and for one, those poor rubber skeletons will get stuck at the bottom, not being able to do anything. And yes, I would normally just feel absolute hatred towards rubber skeletons and not feel sorry for them at all one bit. But I kind of feel sorry for them because they're being used to defend myself already. So I feel like this is already kind of mean. So one thing I'm going to do to avoid them from just being needlessly spawned in when I don't need them anymore, is I'm going to add that. Can't be good. That is not a good thing. Yeah, the water just broke like half the wiring. And also so did I. I also broke quite a lot of the wiring. Okay. So the thing I was about to do before I was so rudely interrupted by these evil wither skeletons and that water getting in my way is I was planning on building a system so that I could so that I could gain access to where the wither skeletons are, but mainly so that I could build a little light system in here so that when I don't want wither skeletons spawning in anymore, it would activate lights. Sadly, the lights will only be on one side of the room, and I doubt they'll be that bright because they're just going to be like redstone lamps. So it's a structure block. I need structure void. So there I'm gonna have basically the equivalent of a wall of lights. So I'm planning on having like lights there and like lights going all around the rest of it. So first of all, I'm going to need to have a, well, I'm going to need a redstone light, but I forgot what that is. Where's the redstone lamp? There, redstone lamp. Get one of these, and put it here, here, and here, and here. How ironic, I need to use a torch so I can see the area where I'm making the lights. I'm not exactly sure how I can make the lights work. First I need to test something real quick, which is if I have a block here, like a switch here, switch here, oh, that's my water thing, okay. It's fine, it's fine. So I have a light here. Did it seriously just make all, yep, and it broke all the wiring all the way down. Nice, thanks a lot there, water. So like this is connected to this, and what's that? So the light is there, and then this. Basically, I'm wondering what happens if I put redstone on there. I'm wondering, will it activate the bottom one? Okay, it will. That is a good sign. I'm pretty sure that means that if I and this, technically, why isn't that activating anything? Oh, it's because the goddamn stupid redstone is running parallel to the lights. Because apparently this game just likes all the redstone to be even more confusing and require you to put even more effort in. You know, I'm pretty sure the old version of Minecraft Redstone didn't need all this extra garbage. And basically, as long as the redstone fitted, was it? As long as the redstone was connected to the like device, what you want to use it with, it don't matter whether it wasn't aiming towards it or not. Just as long as the light is connected to it, it would count. Hopefully that will still function. See what I mean though? By like, the game is probably not going to let this work either, because this isn't going to be aiming the right way, is it? Yeah. So it has to be aiming pretty much precisely at it. Whereas in the old version, I'm pretty sure that if you built redstone next to something, it would automatically fully wire itself. Ah, thanks a load game. I definitely wanted to activate that. Yep. That's definitely what I wanted to activate. See what I mean? Every inch of redstone just automatically connects itself. If you want to be this precise with how your redstone connects game, you need to stick along with those physics the entire way. See what I mean though? Now this one don't want to run, because these are all running on separate systems and it all goddamn sucks. Why can't it connect to the obvious block, which is redstone based, right next to it? You do this every other time, game. How can you just now not do it? Oh, sick, and it's not activating any of the other lights underneath it. But you see, it tries to connect from the lower block, so it's not gonna work. They don't think about any of this when they're making the game, do they? And no, what's even more annoying is that this is just simple redstone. This is like redstone when it's more simple. It gets 10 times more confusing than this. Sick, so now I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to make a whole new connection, all different designs, just because that one thing don't want to work. So I know I could just have it like that, but that goddamn sucks. It looks ugly. I want something what's wired so I can just like turn it on from a different spot. And clearly this way it's also not goddamn working, because half of these wither skeletons are still spawning in. You know what? I don't think I've gotten given enough wither skeletons yet. Because you see, I'm planning on adding over here was planning on adding a piglin, but then I realised, oh wait, if you put a piglin in the overworld, it will just get turned into a zombie piglin, so it won't do anything. Make this whole goddamn wall here out of lights. This is not going to last very long because I will end up breaking it myself. Basically, I want all of these lights to operate all together in one big go, all at once. But the annoying part is it has to operate on one switch, it has to operate on one lever for one, and for two, it has to all be done without any of the wires connecting like that. Otherwise, it won't work. But the annoying part is literally no matter what, these try and connect. Even if I put a structure void in the way, it's not going to do anything. I'll have to do it like this. See if that'll do it. Hopefully all the bottom lights are still active. Hopefully they should be at least. It's all off. Disable this torch and this torch. We don't need any torches in here anymore. Get rid of all these. Apart from those 4 base lights, okay. Let's get rid of these. We'll just get rid of these few base lights which aren't running then. Since these ones don't want to turn on, I might as well just get rid of them. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Okay, wait. I know what it is. This side supposed to be an extra block longer all the way around. Okay, right, let's add this here. And then that should be all of them, right? Even though I doubt that bottom one is actually going to turn on. Okay, that's it. Do you know what, that isn't it yet? We can make this even stronger. There's one problem here, and that's the fact that the lights are on, meaning that I doubt any mobs can really spawn. It's only mainly on one side. This is a big build. I'm going to try and carefully wire this. Yes, that level will still activate that switch. Let's go. Hopefully I can use the redstone tunnel to transport this redstone along. Oh god. See, that's what's annoying about this though. Automatically, every piece of redstone what's get put next to each other will automatically try and trigger themselves. Even if you don't want them to, or even if it's going to destroy the entire build and ruin the whole point of the thing. I guess this game is just designing this thing to always screw you up. And if that is exactly how they intended for it to be designed, so far it seems to be working well. I've found diamonds like 3 times now, trying to build this. So basically, my plan here is to have a line on the ceiling. How many blocks have we got to go to the right for? 3 basically. Okay, we need to find a way to bridge this gap. That'll work. Right. So I don't know why I'm adding all the redstone here yet, because I have to add the light blocks. Pretty sure just a second ago I seen a bit of a malfunction in the design. Pretty sure I seen a spider in here. One thing what you might not know is we don't want spiders to be inside of this. If you didn't know about normal mob spawners, then you probably won't know about this spawner either. But spiders are able to climb walls in this game. I know, shocking. Just like real life, spiders can climb the walls. But you know the annoying part? It's the fact that if you build a mob farm, or like a mob thing like this, in your Minecraft world and spiders get in there, they're just entirely going to ruin your day, because they just basically block up the whole thing. Because they keep trying to climb up the little wall in the middle, and by trying to do that, they're basically just getting in the way where all the other mobs are trying to fall down. You know, it's like being at a water park, wanting to go on one of the water slides, and the game, and like somebody else just comes over, and is always like spending like 5 hours trying to psych themselves up, ready to go down the slide. And I'm like, mate, I've been on the slide like 3 times. I just want to go on it a bit more. It's not even scary. I've been on it 3 times. Trust me, it's simple. And again, though I'm saying that, but I'll be honest, I've always wanted to just be able to ride down water slides with like my swimming goggles on. And no, it's not because I'm scared of it, it's because I'm afraid of getting the water in my eyes. Because surprisingly, when you get water in your eyes, normally it stings, like painfully stings, and like quite a load as well. Technically this way should have a bit more power going through it. Hope that light's still running. Yes, it is. I know it's like 8 blocks or whatever, but it's a lot more simple to just go to the end, break it, and then just dig through so you can get it precise. So this way, all of this should be able to run on one switch. And the switch is going to be at the top, hopefully, if I can try and get it up there. Basically, we're just going to hook it up to the same switch as Mozet, as the one for the... Oh no, I can't, because that'll do the opposite. That'd be like Mozet opening the door but turning off the light of it. Whereas basically, I want it to turn off the lights Mozet when I activate the unlock door. I mean, like when I activate the door unlock thing, I want it to also do the lights. Anyway, I think this is already doing pretty good, but just gotta add a bit more of an upgrade. It's already been an hour. That means I'm pretty sure that basically means I've been working on all of this for half an hour around it. Because I was like half an hour in when I was doing that thing with the structure block. Meaning mainly building all this, it took me around a half an hour to add on all the extra stuff. Okay, to make this even more simple, I'm going to add right here spruce trapdoors. This is going to be like a vent system basically, but it's more for the lights. So like right here, we're going to have one here. So we're going to have a block at each section where the lights connect. So you have to undo that so you know that you go through it. There's also a good way to remember which way you came in and out of the thing, so you can close it again when you come back. You'll see which door you will not. It will also stop you from going automatically through there whenever you're like going down and pushing forward. This is a good thing here though. That means I can push these an extra block down and it doesn't affect it. think I might have a design. I'm gonna have a piston. I'm gonna have one switch. Wait, no, I'm gonna have a piston at the top of the thing, but like 2 switches basically. I mean, I'm not gonna do a piston thing. I'm gonna have 2 switches at the top of the base. One which will connect to the door unlock, and one which will connect to the lights. And how did I want it again? I'm trying to think which way I want the light systems and all that to do the thing. Oh, that's nice. Exactly where the trapdoor is, the thing you can't go down another block. Okay, I know. Where could I put this? What happens if I just put this and this? That does it. That does it. Sick. So now that should have every double light activated still. So now every light in here can be a double light, I'm pretty sure. Oh no. It runs out at the end. It's fine, don't worry, I got this. I'm an electrician. I'm pretty sure a bit ago in Minecraft, redstone dust used to just be called redstone. But then we changed it to redstone dust. My wonder is how you getting just simple dust to stick to the side of a block. Keep going. So I mean, there's just like a big service like stairway where the wiring will go. And this should eventually, after like 5 hours of going round and round and round and round, should lead to the opposite end. Okay, what is it? So this is the wire what connects to the doorway, yeah? And then over like here, and just to remind me as well, we're here. Gonna add a little lamp. Gonna put it on a lamp. So it will remind me more about what this thing is. What is this switch's job, this lever's job? So basically for most of this, it's just gonna go downwards, you know what I mean, like downwards. But then, what's that? at one point it should just here it's gonna stop and it's gonna go to a dispersion instead. I'm gonna have this light, I'm gonna have this redstone active the entire time, so I can tell whether or not it stops working, and then I can tell whether or not I need to add another. I'll be right back because my mum is calling. Okay, I'm back, and also my mum asked me, Mozzie. My mum asked me what I'd built, because I said I was going to mainly be building this for my mum. As like a, ooh, look what I built for you, mum, look what I've spent my time making so you could look at. And I basically just told her about the wither skeleton thing, but since she hasn't seen it yet, because she's still out, it's all going to be a hidden surprise for her. Oh, yes, beautiful. That sucks. I can't do this because it's the perfect length to reach up with the other thing. Yeah, that's dying around there, so we're going to turn that back up. The other way is basically just a steep staircase down, and Mozzie. It's just a steep staircase down to the ground, basically, all the way under. And occasionally, it will have a little flat area, so that I can Mozzie thingy. So I go the whole way down. See things like this. This is what makes me annoyed on this game. The stupid underwater caves. There's so many caves in this game where you can find so much diamond. People say. I'm like, yeah, there is. But the problem is 98% of those caves are all under the ocean or under some type of water, or just water caves that have somehow filled themselves with water despite being fully on land. And in some situations, even under hills and mountains on land. I have to fill all this in. Yes, I just drained like that much of the cave and all that building just so I could do 2 very small staircases around it. But being honest, if I hadn't gotten rid of that water there, it would have ruined the second part of the stair. And you know how much redstone that would have broke? One piece of redstone would have broke, and I could have immediately just stopped the water with another sponge and then fixed the problem in it. Ah, I see what the problem is. This thing has ran out of juice because it's obviously not getting any. It's fine. I know a way to fix this. It's going to suck because now I have to break each block down by 1 more. So I have to get rid of all the effort I just put into like getting rid of that whole cave and all that, just because I need to go down another block at least. And I know this is just going to be redstone walkways, so only the redstone really needs to be able to fit in here. So you may be wondering, James, why are you building it 2 blocks tall when you only need to fit redstone and redstone's only a block tall? Because I want to be able to give my mum a tour of all the wiring I've spent ages doing. Maybe that's one of the reasons why. I mean, I'll be honest, this redstone wiring is not very simple, because like you're clearly just seeing just then when I've shown you, it is literal hell to try and make something functional with this. Because the way that the wiring is now made, it didn't used to do this. The wiring was not like this on the game. Oh, sick, and it runs out of power right here. Oh, thank God I was able to carry it 1 more block. Do you know how many blocks down we've gone, guys? 20. I've got to get down to -50, and we're on positive 40. So basically, if you don't know what that means, it means we've got so much more time what we've got to spend doing this. What I've got to spend doing this. What you guys got to spend in the future not watching, because it's a broadcast, so you're never going to see any of this. No one will. And it'll sadden me. That's probably because I like do a broadcast mainly wanting it to be like a video, because I can't record video on PlayStation Edition, not very easily. I can't really record video on PlayStation altogether because of how annoying it is. But like whenever I'm streaming on this game, on any game really, you get really well into the game, and then you kind of get like stuck at permanently just continuously broadcasting it. Even if you do know like no one's really probably going to end up watching this, and even if they do, they probably don't really want to have to watch it. They're just like watching it because they feel bad for me or something. Oh, by the way, if you are watching this because you feel bad for me, I don't need your modesty, but also, oh my good God, thank you, finally, someone who is watching me, because I don't have that many views. I mean, I got loads of views, but still, 4,000, there's 7 billion people in the world. A literal video about a shark dancing, about this kid wearing a inflatable in a video that makes no sense at all, gets 10 billion views. More than the Earth's population. Meaning quite a lot of people have watched that video more than once and somehow kept their composure and sanity the whole way through. Like in the video, you can see that the kid is wearing a red life ring thing around his body. But that's not how they work in real life, my friend. They float. That's like their whole function is to float. But in the video, you can see that the kid is under the water, meaning that you'd best hope to God that that is just an animated thing. Because if it's not animated, means some kid is probably going to have to get that put on them by their parent, and then get put in the water. And no, I'm not one to say that kids would actually drown from that, but I'm also not one to say that they wouldn't. You know what I mean? A kid would probably have drowned from that, yes. Because I would not be holding them up in any way. And yes, right now I am basically picking apart the logic of a kid's animation on YouTube. That is my life, so. And it's already running low again. Yep. I love this game. Yep, so fun. So fun and not hatred filled. No, why would I hate Minecraft? It's fun. It's a fun game. Yep, Minecraft fun, that is. Yep. Hey, do you want to play some Minecraft, my friends say? Oh, sounds like fun, doesn't it? Yeah, such fun. Look how much fun this looks. Look how much fun that must look. Yeah, very much fun. You can tell by things like, I don't know, the massive spikes of death that will easily kill you if you land on them from a moderately high height. And also the fact that if you enter a cave, you will immediately manage to get lost, even if it's so simple to navigate. Okay. Why are all the not as good Minecraft mobs always winning the votes now? Say like Glow Squid won last time, remember the show? Over all the other nice ones. And then we choose the LA over the Copper Golem. The Copper Golem would have been so good for like random, random thing, a random number generator. Because it would randomly press a copper button. And it would have given us copper buttons, which would have been able to make us be able to build better builds. It's like building the Statue of Liberty out of copper in Minecraft. Would that be easy? I've tried building our prismarine blocks in the thingy, in the Hive, you know, Hive Minecraft server. Tried building it with the just build thing. Kind of works, but also is a massive failure and does not work at all. And you know how we could have built that? If we had something such as the redstone, the copper button, in order to make it so that it would make the nose. I'm wondering though, if they added a copper button, how many different types of copper button would there be? Would it just be a copper button, or could we get it oxidizing? What would be even more cool is if if they added extra details, say like something like oxidized copper. Surely it wouldn't be that like soft and smooth, would it? So it'd be cool if it was like occasionally when you try and press a copper, like a oxidized copper button, it would like not do it sometimes. So you can make like challenging game modes where it's like you have to hopefully get lucky. talking about saying I only got 2 hours of sleep. I went to bed at like 3 o'clock and woke up at like 12, meaning I got 9 hours of sleep. That's more than the usual. I normally only get like 8 hours sleep. Is it? Wait. Yeah, I normally only get 8 hours, so I got an extra around an hour of sleep at least. And hell, I'm pretty sure I actually got up around 1. I actually got even more sleep than that. And it ran out again. Could have sworn I just did one of these. Build another one. I was gonna go to the surface, but now I'm not exactly sure. I think I'm gonna have to go to the surface. You see that quite a load of this. The wiring is actually in long staircases. And then we just keep climbing up. Okay, so okay, this wiring is there. So I'm gonna have to go find where the light wiring is. So the wiring for the lights is here. Undo this, undo this. Do over here. Pretty sure this is the separated wiring. I'm gonna go check. Does this lead to the security door for the withers, for the skellies? Let's follow it. This leads to. Oh God, no. Dang it, I remember where this leads to now. So this is the right hand side of the door. So up here is where that is. Okay. So the lights are there. Lights are up here somewhere. This is the wiring for, is this the lights? So this is the wiring for the lights. That goes to there. This wire will activate this. It leads all the way over to this. And that's still going to keep one of those lights active. Is it? I see the problem. No matter what, that goddamn light is going to stay on, isn't it? The way this is all designed, isn't it? Why is this already active? The upstairs light shouldn't be on yet. You haven't got any redstone wiring what's active hooked up to you. Why is this activating itself? I honestly don't see what this is running on. What power is it running on? Is it these? It's all because I'm trying to goddamn extend the length that the whole thing is now permanently powering itself. You know, you'd think that maybe they could just make, like, I don't know, a type of redstone repeater what doesn't repeat the power, or like just repeats the power but doesn't goddamn make it so that when you turn off the power the lights stay on. Or maybe, I don't know, make it so that redstone repeaters work the same as standard light, a standard redstone on a redstone lamp. Because without it, every single light here will be fully functioning on both the bits, except from one, which is going to be the one where the redstone repeater is attached. Sick. And then you can't walk through the trapdoors, because let's also make that another thing to be annoyed about. Did they intentionally make this game this annoying? Because now I'm starting to have feeling as if they, as if they did design this annoying on purpose. Not exactly sure if it was meant to be designed, and they disliked the fact that people were trying to do something powerful with redstone. Nah, surely it can't be that, right? Because that's like one of the whole points of redstone, to be in the game, for it to be useful, for it to be used for the power and the technology of the game. Surely they wouldn't, of course they are. That switch activates these lights and should activate all the lights except for the ones in the middle, right? Because those ones aren't connected anymore. When I say the ones in the middle, I mean, of course, the ones in the middle are going to be on. I mean, like the middle thingy, the middle parts of there. Yeah, these are off, but all the other ones are on. And it all operates on one switch. So I'm alright with those ones not being there. Oh my good God, and now everything else is getting in the way. This is the lamp, is the light wiring, right? And this, pretty sure at least, is, oh, this is the piston wiring. This is the wiring for the magma piston. Is it? Yeah, because it goes all the way upstairs. So this one has to be, this is the lights. And if the game can stop making me go in between two blocks. Somehow this is also the one for the lights. But oh wait, no it isn't. It's the one for this. So is this delayed now? Or does this do it immediately? Because this is with a lock. So I got the lock. Got the lock wiring here. This is the lock wiring. This is the one that does the door, where they open, the close, and the skeletons fall out. This is the one for the piston wiring for the magma. The one which lets you go up. Not magma, the soul sand. No it isn't. Yeah, this is the magma because it starts at the top. So I've got the magma one, and I've got the lock, like the piston door lock for the rubber skeletons, and that's the actual waterway. So the main thing that sucks here is I don't think there's a way past this. Unless I can find a way up out of here. Do this still do the connect? what I'm making over it, I'm making a small gap in the wall here, so I can check on all the lights at any point, and it's all the way at the far end. So that being in case I ever need to check up on the lights, and it'll be right here. There's going to be a wall, and then there's going to be like 2 lights there, just to let you know, like that's where the light systems are. Don't think it matters as long as it isn't intercepting into the other part of that. Should be a lot more simple if I just figure out where the light switch thing is first. I mean, if I find out where the light switch thing is compared to this. So this is 583947. 583947. 583947. 583497. Oh no. 583947. 583947. 583 947 is here. I'm afraid to dig all the way straight down with this, because I'm afraid I'll end up cutting through the wiring, and even more afraid that I'll cut through the wrong wiring. So 583947 and y minus 38. That's where that place is. And we're gonna check where the light switch ones will end up leading. Especially when it gets to minus 38 or whatever. Because if so, then this thing could have a block's difference between it fully functioning and it just crashing, burning and failing and being a mess. It was 58, wasn't it 583947 or something like that? This is the light switch wiring. Where's the actual wiring at now then? Because I can tell that this is where the light switch wiring is meant to be. I know that this is where the light switch wiring is leading to. But where's the light switch wiring from all the way up? So I never needed any of this. So I dug these extra like 20 blocks into the ground without any reason. Oh well. Okay, we're gonna test to see if it'll work. We're gonna add another one of these. I'm gonna go through the doorway system down here. And none of the upstairs lights are working. So that's a severe problem, as that was like one of the only two parts of the lights that actually have to work. Okay, I seriously can't move because of how much goddamn stupid designing there is. It's because of stupid past me not knowing how to build right. Despite the fact that was only me like 5 minutes ago at most, so I'm pretty much just as dumb. That should let it boot to life, right? Okay, I'll put him there, and then there. Okay, there. All the lights except for those little bits there should be working now, right? All the lights are functioning. And then we're gonna follow this all the way up. And as long as this light, as long as this redstone wire never goes dark at any point, as long as it's never turned off, that should mean that the whole thing will work. So I just need to stretch. I've not stretched for a while since I was back. Oh, good God. Why am I tired? I had like 9 or 10 hours of sleep. Probably even more because I doubt I woke up at 1. It's already 5:15. So I missed out basically the whole morning already. I hate when you literally just go on the PlayStation menu for a second and it tells you like, oh yeah, now no one only can was like one thing, and they can't actually like do all the other stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, now they can see gameplay because you went off the PlayStation menu. And I'm like, okay, I think I know that. I've also barely even touched my Twitch channel. Oh yeah, sick, beautiful. So none of the lights have turned off. It must clearly mean there was something wrong with the wiring in there. Where did it go wrong is what James asked as he continued to try and build his creation, which is clearly not working. Corner. Alright, all the lights are fully functioning, right? And according to that switch, I've turned it off now. Meaning that if I go all the way along here, I should see the one point where everything is still staying red, but it should turn black, right? Shouldn't it have run out by now? So by going up there, I should eventually be able to see a like black point where the redstone is actually working, and then I'll find out the one error. That's if any of the redstone is actually turned off, that is. Because so far, it doesn't seem like a single inch of redstone is actually shut off, despite the fact I pressed the switch to turn it on. Ah, I see what it was. The redstone was connecting to itself instead of through a repeater. does not explain the problem in any way, as it should still be able to function even if it's going through itself, not a redstone repeater. If anything, it should probably function better. But, okay. So if I go over to the light system now, which is in here, and check on it, all the lights in there should be off. Yeah, it should be dark. Yeah, it's dark. So now all I have to do is lock up the inside of that, and the inside of it should permanently be dark, except from that one bit where the redstone wiring gets exposed because I forgot to add that little bit of a wall. Ah well, it's fine. So before you get in a chase with your friends, you'll want to make sure that you turn off the lights like that. Because this is them on, meaning none of them are going to spawn in, and you turn off the light. Turn this on. I don't know if I actually got to show you guys what this did, but when it turns it on, it just moves a magma block with a piston to go underneath all the water. However, weirdly, none of the magma effects seem to be working. Which I think is pretty odd. Ah, I probably damaged half the wiring. Ooh, that'll be one bit of a problem. Not the problem behind why the thingy isn't working, the magma, but it's a reason behind why the other one isn't working, and that's because water's gotten all over it and destroyed all the redstone. I accidentally undid the lock. That would explain why the magma thing wasn't working, because I pressed the wrong switch. I pressed the switch for the door unlocks, except from the magma. It's fine, it's fine. I got this, it's all good. That's the one for the magma. You can tell by the fact it's got a timer on it. The one disadvantage is if you're being chased by something like an Enderman, you gotta wait at least a few seconds for the water to start pulling you in. Is this alright? This time I could have sworn I've activated the magma one and it's not doing anything. Why isn't it doing it? Why must all my machines fail me? Because one piece of redstone was missing? How is that one piece of redstone even missing anyway? I think I know what the other problem was. This thing has not been entirely filled with water anymore, I don't think. It has to be all water source blocks, which means you need to fill the whole thing up. Basically like the equivalent of a pool. See why I added that wall there? Last time when I tried to add water, when I tried to remove some water there, like when I tried to, I tried to add water in this block, the top block where the stairs are. Yeah, tried to add water there, tried to place it against the stair, the water ran, fell down the whole staircase, breaking every piece of redstone. You had to replace it. In fact, I'm pretty sure that was actually on the stream. Sure, we can use a water bucket. Yeah, so you do that, you pull this to deactivate it. But by the time it's fully deactivated, it should have pulled you most of the way down. Don't know why you really need a way down inside of a place where you'd mainly only need to escape from. But it's just in case I ever need to do any servicing on this. Or if I ever want to add anything else to the traps. So now, it pushes me right up. That should work. Everything here should be working. But you know what? I don't think I've added enough. I'm gonna build another bait house in case I ever get screwed over, or in case one of my friends tries to chase me from a different house, or if I'm in a different location and not as close to my main one. This one will just be a lot more simple and a lot less than you'd expect for a bait house, but also probably what you're thinking about when you think of the word bait house. So when you think of bait house, it's a house with TNT packed underneath it, so that when someone tries to run inside, it will just detonate itself. But the funny thing is I'm going to save this as a structure on this world, so I can add multiple of these houses. Can I turn off explosives? We need to add like a option where like you can have blocks, so you can blow up blocks, but then at the same time when you blow up the blocks, it doesn't, like you can ignite TNT and it'll blow up, but it won't destroy everything. It won't destroy anything, it will just do damage to the mobs or the players. Know what I mean? Kind of like what you do whenever it's in water, which actually does give me a plan. I'm basically going to build this type of house. What I'm pretty sure I've seen on the internet. There's this trap what you can do where if you have a house, if you have like a pressure plate with like sand underneath it, I'm pretty sure, what's it? Okay, this is going to require some very good testing off of me. So I'm going to build this like this many blocks in the air. I'm going to build it into a platform. It only has to be like a 3x3 just for safety. And just above it, it'll have a piece of TNT. I actually need to build this a bit bigger than a 3x3. So you know, whenever a creeper tries to blow you up, or whenever you activate TNT underwater, how come the explosion does damage, but it doesn't break things? So I'm trying to think of a good plan of what I could do in order to make a machine where it would activate the TNT would fall down along with the player into a pit of water. The water would avoid any damage being done to the building, but would still kill you. Would still kill the player. So I was thinking something like a block of sand. Because sand is a falling block. But the problem is if a falling block lands on top of a piece of TNT and water, which I'll show you now, it does something very powerful. Let's just say that, very powerful. So let's go to like, I don't know, let's go underneath this little circle thing and we'll go into like the caves. There's a little cave here next to it. Here, this cave. Actually, no, that's not good enough. This one, this cave. So if we get a piece of TNT and I ignite it, what's it gonna do? Nothing, there's no damage. But if I get a piece of TNT, put a piece of sand on top of it, I'm pretty sure it normally does take a few attempts, I'm pretty sure. Then that just means that it's got a random chance of this happening. Oh, maybe they patched it. Apparently it used to be if sand fell on top of a lit block of TNT, it has a chance of just making the TNT treat itself like TNT again. Oh wait, I think I know what it is. So you do that with TNT in the middle, and then you put a sand block on top, put all the sand around it. Basically what I mean, I'm pretty sure, is just like yeah, so if sand can manage to waterlog the TNT correctly, the TNT will be protected from the water and basically will just do damage still. Even though I don't think it will happen anymore because maybe they patched it or something, I don't know. I'm going to test it one more time, but I'm going to make sure that the TNT can't move outside of its block. So like right there. Yeah, like that. That's exactly what would happen to the house. However, I have one other plan. If I have it so that, if you think about it, a primed TNT is still a gravity thing, isn't it? So technically, put this on. Oh, phew. Basically what I mean is, I figure out if the TNT is like this, above it, and then just above that TNT is a pressure plate for the door, and if the player's an idiot and runs over it, they drop them down into the pit with the TNT and they're like, oh god, and then blow them up and kill them. However, I'm pretty sure there's a way I can make this more mean. Ah, I know how. So now instead, you know what, no, I'm not going to rob myself an extra piece of TNT. Instead of having 4 pieces of TNT, I can have 4 pieces of TNT. Yeah, but it looks different now, okay. So basically, it's not going to work anyway because it has to surround it, doesn't it, like this. Okay, so basically my plan is player walks over a pressure plate and they fall into the TNT, it ignites, they fall on here and it sets up all the other TNTs and they all go off at once pretty much. But we have to avoid the gigantic holes in the ground that thing is going to create. So I think maybe if I just build a wall around the pit so that the TNT can't be launched by other TNT. This is basically what it's going to look like underground anyway. It's just going to be a big, like, pit with a little, with only one small hole at the top. So basically, I'll have TNT there, 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 and there. pressure plate will go in the middle, and then it'll have a TNT here with a pressure plate on it. And I'm pretty sure people will walk over it, will fall in, all the TNT will land together, and thankfully all the TNT stays inside the water at all times and proceeds to just detonate everyone. Pretty sure that means though, even this way. Yeah, and if I really want to avoid taking any risks, you just fill it with 2 sets of water instead of 1. I'm pretty sure that also means I can like double bump up the amount of TNT in here. And who cares if it blows up, because I can just add grass over the nearby area. So we add that, then we add a TNT and an oak. Ready? Uh-oh. So that just activates a load of TNT in one massive go. We're going to stand away from the pressure plate. It's very close. Yeah, from this angle, it just looks like some red carpet or something. Okay, so my plan is just load this with some TNT, add TNT here, and we're not going to add the pressure plate yet because I don't trust myself. So this is also basically going to be a tutorial on how to build one of these. Okay, now the one good thing about a bait house is since it's just a bait house, you don't have to put too much detail in. But at the same time, because I'm an idiot, I'm going to add some detail. Actually, it's not like it don't make me an idiot just because I want to add a bit more detail. It just makes it, you know, a bit more vibrant and cool. I'm kind of regretting building this all the way up in the air though, because now I'm going to have to find a very good place for the structure block. Because I'm just going to copy this from the structure block and then paste it down on the ground. And I'm also going to have to demolish this whole thing and remove it from being in the air. I see why it was a weird amount of blocks wide. Forgot about that. Okay. So I want the bait house to still look moderately good. I want it to have like a nice design. And no, it's not just because I am attracted with nice designs in this game. It's just because I feel like if it isn't nice design, someone will be like, I don't trust that house because it's not very well designed, almost as if they didn't need it, they didn't need the house, or as if it was a lie. And I know that's obviously what it is. It's clearly just a lie. It's not a real house. It's basically just an explosive, an armed explosive house. I don't want people to know that, do we? So I'm just gonna build it to look more real. You know what I mean? Like, if it looks fake, no one's gonna trust it. No one's gonna go near it. Which I guess I could technically just do that. No one's gonna come after me if my house just looks like an entire fake, and if everyone thinks that it's probably dangerous or something, it's probably got like a bomb. It's probably just got a load of TNT stuck on it. Which you don't want people knowing, but at the same time, if people do know, then I doubt they're gonna come and try and raid it. Because they're like, wait a minute, if it's already got TNT packs underneath it, and what other like design features does it have? It'd be dead funny, because if somebody was afraid of it still, and they're like, mate, it only has this design feature. This is the only deadly part of the house. The fact it's got TNT underneath it. Which I think is still a pretty scary thing for a house to have. I'm probably going to end the stream in like a few minutes after I've built this house and finished it with the structure block. Because I might go out for a bit. Because it's starting to warm up, it's getting near summer. And good God, do I love summer. I know, shocking. A kid that stays inside, he actually does like summer. And that is actually for once shocking. Whenever I say like, oh, shocking, I'm normally being sarcastic, but for once that is probably shocking to a few of you. I do very much so find it enjoyable when it's summer. I don't really like winter. And you know what really made up my mind about whether or not I like winter? Some of you may know, I actually have a Google thing, like the Google AI assistant in my house. And I don't think I ever told you guys how I got it. Well, I think it was after I came home from school, or like, I think it was like 1 or 2 days after my last day of school, and I had some money from school, what I wanted to spend, what I wanted to buy something with. So I think I ended up going out like the next day or whatever, or maybe it was on the same day, and I went out, seeing that in Argos, and I was like, oh, only 20 quid around there? So I was like, I can buy one of these. It's only like a Google Nest. It's only like this big. It's not like one of those big powerful ones. And it's pretty simple and small, but it's good. And I kind of like it. It's very useful, and we've had it for quite a while now. I'll be honest though, I only mainly have used it to rickroll people, such as anyone who's at the house at the time. I can just tell it to play Never Gonna Give You Up. And then as well, the funny thing is I actually gave my mum, I'm pretty sure, the commands on her phone. But now I own her phone, since she bought herself a new one. So I own her old one. Actually, no, I think I actually owned her old one before before we ended up actually getting that. So I actually installed the app on my kind of new phone, and I own it. The only annoying problem is it's called Kitchen Speaker, because I was planning on putting it in the kitchen so you can listen to like music while you're cooking food. We already have that inside the kitchen. We already have a radio. I can link Netflix to my Google Home. What does it do? Does it just play the audio from a Netflix show? If I watch Netflix on a device with no screen, is it just going to describe what's going on screen, or is it just going to only play the audio of all the things I watch? All the things I hear, not watch. But yeah, I want to make sure it's got some very good character in this house, despite the fact that no one would ever see it, because as soon as they try and go in, they would die. But you know, it's like, it's just a very aesthetic design, isn't it? It's like right at the front door is already where the TNT thing will go. So say it might need like a bed. Bed would be good, right?
Bed is far away.
I'm glad I don't want to sleep in my bed. Over here. Wait, do I put it on the left or the right? I forgot which way is the normal way for beds. Villagers, I need your help. So, villagers put it on the left. Pretty sure you normally put it on the right though. And on the left is where all your storage and all your items go. You have to be honest though, I did that pretty well, that build. Except from, I feel like I went a bit excessive on the fences. Like the little like support beams. Because I added like 10 times too many. Right, over here in this corner, do you know what we're going to do? Just to annoy people in case they end up getting in. Little flower pot. Dandelion in it. Just cause. I don't know how that would really even annoy anyone, but it probably might. I'm trying to think of something. Oh, you may have heard this video, you may have seen that video a bit ago from, I think it was like this guy called Mystery YOLO or whatever. He beat Minecraft with Mojang books. I have that book, but there's a thing what I don't get. In his video, it shows you like, you know, the whole like lining of, where is it? How to do survival and all that. He follows all the instructions exactly as they are in the book. All of them. Including things like the tower, the stone, the kill the animals, the make a base out of a mountain. All that. There's one thing which it doesn't tell me. Yeah, see, look, it stops at number 21. You can see it stops there and just tells me about what things I can make. And also, I'm pretty sure this game is going a bit too excessive. Like, it tells you, obviously, for your second day of Minecraft, you know, it's going to tell you about things like how to make chests, ladders, boats, obviously, to move. It'll tell you how to smelt iron. It'll tell you how to make things like iron doors, buckets, shears, flint and steel. Yeah, but it also tells you how to make things like trapdoors and bowls, which are also simple things. And then it tells you the Minecraft shulker box recipe. So look at that build there. All is good. But then we got things like there. All it takes is for one mob to just go over that small little slab there or there and they're being attacked. Look, they added stone slabs to try and stop the spiders from getting in. But then places such as right there, all it takes is for it to just jump onto that slab and then to climb on in. Especially if the mob is already chasing you. If it's like a zombie that's already chasing you down, it's just going to keep following you until it kills you. But it doesn't tell me anything about the nether. But it does tell you that it recommends for you to get fully enchanted diamond dynamite and fire resistance potions. I'm like, but you do know how to make potions, right, game? You have to have blaze rods to make blaze powder. So I don't know how I'm gonna fight blazes and make fire resistance potions so I can fight the blazes easier. And I need blaze powder from blaze rods from the blazes to be able to make all of that. I have found a way to put more to make it so you don't have a double chest. So like if you do this and you do a double chest here, then you've got these and this. You got 3 chests, but they're not all together. Also, one quick thing before I move on to the next bit. To any PC players that always want to show off things, like, oh look, we've got better mods, we've got better everything. Yeah, but do you be doing this in the stock game though? Do you be able to be doing this? Was it? You aren't able to do that in the game? Oh, that sucks. Maybe you're able to do this then. Or maybe, just maybe, This. What about campfires? Do they work? I mean, kind of. It just breaks them. What about mob heads? Surely this will do it, right? Oh no, it just breaks it. What about if I stick a mob head on a block? No. Hey, oh wait, did you just see that? You see that? It becomes a skeleton for a sec. Slow the video down, guys. If you're watching this like after it's no longer live on YouTube, slow down the video for me and send me a video if you can of this happening. Right, what's something that breaks when the block beneath it is destroyed and is not able to be gravity? Oh, and also can have a pressure plate based on it. So I need something what breaks when the block below it breaks or moves and can have pressure plates on top of it where you can activate. Would scaffolding work? Let me check. So, first test. Will this work? TNT. So let's say like that. See that scaffolding reacts to gravity. Well, I won't activate it. Because one of the few blocks I would actually work with fails me still. Technically though, if you think about it, won't the sand just break on the pressure plate below? It does. Sand should work then. Do you know what else that means? That should mean that concrete powder should work, meaning that I might be able to hide this a bit more. See, look. Ooh, it's fine, it's fine. I'm going to try it one more time over some actual water this time. So, ooh, this little puddle over here. So this puddle over here, it'll be like, so let's say that the pressure plate below is there, and there's TNT, and there's concrete powder, and then there's another pressure plate. Yeah? And kablowie. Yeah, that'll work. It does destroy everything, but I think that's probably because it didn't have any water near it. I already had a structure block. Okay, put this down. Seven, 11. Okay. 8. 10. 12. 10. 10. I think the Z can have to be at 9. Not 19, at 9. Alright, so 0 blocks there. Here, it's got to be a 10. No, it was a 12 and 11. And 11. A Y of 12, was it? Y was also at 11. And Z was at, is it like 8? 9? Minus 1. 2. 1. Don't worry about the little gap, that's not actually there. At least I don't think it is. So it's going to be called Armed House. And we're going to save it. So now we're going to test it out. And even if it backfires and blows up everything nearby, then it's going to blow up itself, isn't it? Oh look, what's this? Oh no, I fell. Oh dang it. Right, I meant as in for it to blow itself up, if anything, not for it to blow everything but itself up. Thanks, game. Thanks. So I built an entire house that's useless to me. Why did I have to build this so good? At least I hope get rid of some of it. It's fine, it's fine. We're far enough away from the base. No one will see it. And if they do, I'll just say it was an area of a failed experiment. Apart from that, we're not doing too bad. Yeah? Yeah? Definitely did not just have something entirely backfire on me. Definitely did not just have something extremely horrible backfire on me. So just a build I attempted. Nah, did not fail. Definitely did not. I think the thing that made it fail let's do this. We'll just try it like that then. I'm going to test that with a zombie or something like that. If it kills the zombie, then we Gucci. If it doesn't, then that's unfortunate as hell. The problem is to cause a zombie to even come over there, we need a villager to be in there. But if a villager's in the house, what do you think they're going to try and do immediately? Oh, I don't know, probably fail and walk through the door and blow himself up. Which is kinda still a good idea because at least then it's testing it. But I don't just want to test if it's like thingy. I don't want to just test one part of it. I want to test if it's strong enough to kill. Or is it just going to not do anything? How about we're going to end the stream now anyway? Yeah, I'm going to end the stream in it. Say bye to him.
Bye.
No one's on it.
Doing that.
I want to show you this, isn't it?
No, not yet. I'm going